Well, surviving it all is G2, and then there's NRG, and ultimately we have come all the way here on Train. We have just the best of 3 on our hands right now. First map being Train, second being Inferno, and then Overpass should we need it. But in the meantime, I'm going to lean on my analyst here to kind of give us a little bit of a rundown.
That was not a beautiful counter-strike, to say the least. That was pretty goddamn awful from G2, if I gotta be completely honest with you. They had so many chances of winning this game, but they just weren't able to clutch it out.
Yeah, my French heart is bleeding a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think G2 had everything they could ever dream of in terms of start. I was talking about how Shox needed to show up. He quickly went up to 16 or 17 frags in a matter of 7-8 rounds. They were up 7-0, they had the money for them, they had everything, and then NRG did such a great job at kind of weathering the storm, and I have to commend Daps. You know, I was talking about him and his inability somehow to frag, but here, in my opinion, he saved NRG when they were close up to the breaking point.
Yeah, NRG, yeah, I don't know. It was a real slow start. We thought, okay, maybe this is steamroll. Maybe G2 just runs away with this. And then they mount a sort of comeback over there on their T side. They're able to grab, what, I think 6 rounds?
Yeah.
That's a fighting half right there. That's going to give you a chance into the second half.
Definitely, and I think it was... NRG played okay. It's not like NRG had a bad game. I think G2 also had honor in that first half. You saw Shox going off. You saw Kenyes having some good rounds. In general, G2 seemed pretty drilled down, but... NRG also made mistakes, right? There was a certain round which we could have done on the drawing board where they're 5 versus 3 up and they decided to go inside with no information and ended up losing the round. So it was 2 teams who were struggling a lot. I feel 2 teams who were not playing up to the best, and in the end, G2 just wanted to lose this more than NRG wanted.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way of putting it. If we do look at the numbers, we could talk about opening kills. That's one thing that at least G2 had going for them. Didn't really open up a whole lot of rounds in their favor, but nonetheless, they were opening up bomb sites.
Well, you're talking about opening frags, and I think on the T side, so many rounds. Sadly, so many rounds G2 were in a position where they could close it. It was 13 or maybe 14 rounds. They had the bomb sites, they had the bomb plant, and I would say a decent bomb plant situation, and you would see NRG crawl back into it, dabs, and then Cirque and Breeze, they showed up at the end. What they did, that was it for G2. But still, it has to feel... It has to hurt for G2. This game has to hurt.
It's got to sting just a little bit, but it doesn't burn just yet. We're going to Inferno, guys. That's what's up next. That's the second map of the series. Is there a chance, is there a way that, I guess, NRG can close it out here? Do we feel confident in what G2 has to bring on Inferno?
I mean, before the game started, I would have said G2 would have been heavy favorites on Inferno, but after seeing what I just saw on Train, I know G2 were not supposed to be that good on Train. They're not supposed to win it, but they had so many chances. If I were in their position, I would be pretty upset about it. I would be pretty sad about it, and I probably would be a little bit frustrated about it. So this is going to be a big character test of the G2 guys. Do they have what it takes to just shake that off, go into their own gameplay and win Inferno, which they on paper should, or will this rattle them down and make them feel, you know, less good than they actually are?
What's going on right there, Jacob?
Well, they just have a little note in front of me, Trace.
Oh, the notes. Yeah, I don't think the camera could see it, but maybe that's for the best.
This is off record. No,
yeah.
I agree with Jacob. I think on paper, G2 is supposed to win Inferno. I think they are a better team on Inferno. Now the question is, what kind of mental state they're going to jump in? Are they going to be mad, or are they going to reset? Yeah,
well, we're going to find out right now as we head over to the commentators. They are just now reseated and ready to go. Moses there got his water, and he's all refreshed, ready to get it going. Anders, take it away, buddy.
Oh, okay.
That is water, right?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It's going to be map number 2. I'm excited. I can't believe that ended in overtime, and even more so, I can't believe that NRG stole it away.
Yeah, it does feel like a steal, doesn't it? Especially considering it ended in that 1-on-3 for Breeze. That was sick. But yeah, I think that's a really good point to make. A good question that we always kind of talk about is what kind of... we know teams these days are very, very good at resetting their mentality, but that's got to be a hard one, right? Like, that's got to be brutal to try and reset for them.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely, considering the lead they had, they would have thought this was our game, it's our map to be winning.
15-10, the opening kill advantage was all in the favor of G2. They had everything.
I mean, they had them down in that round where they had, the one rifle and 2 scouts, and they lost that one too. That would have been a lot of things. Now, rushing on to B, the Glocks right into the B bomb site, and only 2 people defending, one of them down. This is trouble, isn't it? Tarek going to be able to pick up that headshot there on Shox, and well, Backup is trying to get there, but Tarek won't let them. He's going to shut down Kenny in construction, and that is pretty much going to kill the round. I mean, unless they go fighting a lot, but Tarek, he's feeling it.
I like that. I like that he's just pushing the envelope, just taking fights. He's got 3 kills in the round. He was the entry. He had a really quiet and tough game on Train. Wasn't as impactful as he probably would have liked to be. These are nice shots from Jax. This is actually doable now. Oh, this turns into something dangerous. Tarek gets into better positioning, and they should be able to sustain. They should be able to just hide and play for the bomb. Jax needs to hit these shots immediately. No kit as well. I think it's all ticked away. No chance anymore, but Jax really did make it interesting out of nothing. The knife is out, and Tarek's got that as well. He's rich.
What a grotesque pistol round. Oh my god. That, by the way, is the reason you don't fight.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why you don't feel secure in any situation. Well, it's nice to have that wake-up call in a 5-on-1.
it is. Like, you want to sort of, be reminded of that lesson. That's when it has to happen. 4 kills on Jax, 4 kills on Tarek, including the knife, and now trying to run them down. No armor on the other side, but in the corner. Oh, Kenny with the deagle! Picking up 2 big kills, that second headshot there. He was just blasting away, wasn't he? And now Amanek hiding. He's going to try and stand up. The flashbang is on him. And yeah, if that hadn't happened, I think he would have tried to just, go for a quick stand and get a headshot.
NRG needs to calm it down. A B-rush on pistol works out just fine. That is a very aggressive attack on Rap side with no information, even coming through a smoke. NRG is fortunate they even have the bomb down in a 2-on-3.
But they have a lot of grenades on G2 and 2 flashbangs. Can they set one of them up for that push out of the balcony? Well, now they're out. Daps in the corner, missing a lot of shots. Shots will go down. Big kill for Ethan. Down to the pit. Daps doing a lot more work here. And now Lucky, and again, no diffuse kid. He has to win the fight, and he can't. They barely make it out. NRG, I mean...
They're lucky to get away with that one, Anders.
Yeah.
That's a nice job by Ethan and Daps to turn that back around, even with 2 MAC-10s. Tough scenario, and G2 gets pulled into that retake. That can't have you feeling super good, though.
No, I mean, it also kind of feels like, at least, that G2 have brought the fight to this game too early on, even if they lost the pistol. So that is something. But again, pistols in this round, so going to be a little bit more room to work with here for NRG before they really have to face the defense, which I think will be tricky. CT side on Inferno, I could see that being hard to break through, especially obviously if Shox is going to continue his form from Train.
I mean, not to be a broken record as we are every time we talk about G2, but I think Kenny can dictate a lot, especially on this CT side with that AWP. We know when we switch over to T side, the AWP is going to be hard to put to good use, but if you have your impact on this one half and get G2 a solid defense and you just be the rock, things might be able to get easier. Bomb is all the way down on T-ramp. Ethan, oh, he pushes out just too much. Jax finds him. They've got to go back and recover the bomb. Now there's an AK here. Daps has just used his smoke, and he's got to run the gauntlet. I guess you got to be thankful that G2 put up a smoke of their own at the base of Catwalk, but again, just a very
chasing him,
odd, scrambling round.
They're actually chasing him. I think they realized that he probably was going to go and get the bomb, but yeah, now the rest of the team has sort of shown up, so things calmed down a little bit. I would love, because we're talking about Kenny, wouldn't it be exciting if we saw like an older version of AWPing on this map that was like, when people used to push into the, CT apartment window to look down second mid?
And jump out?
Yeah, well, that's only JW. I just mean...
He's the only one.
Yeah, just go for it. But even, people used to throw that smoke at middle so that they could hold second mid.
Yeah.
And they would push it. I'm just talking about like really aggressive type AWPing. I would think that'd be interesting. I want to return to that. I don't see it nearly enough these days.
Go back to Train for just a moment, just to talk about how disappointing it might have been and the advantages that G2 let slip away. First of all, up 15-10. They also won the first kill battle 22-14.
That should be very significant, right?
That's 6 rounds that they lost with first kills.
Yeah, more stuff to add to them feeling like probably we could have got much more out of this. Like it was definitely all there. Now they have rifles, though, here back on Inferno, and that should make everything a little bit interesting now. Hopefully, they can convert that into their first round here on the map. Obviously, they need to win this map, but they're going to be losing the game. That would be, again, very upsetting.
All right, well, fast play towards B. Probably sounded and felt like a B rush. Daps takes a lot of damage, but he's got that Mac 10, so he's fine with that. Another Molotov comes in, disjoints the attack even more. Lucky's gonna get forced out, but they're blind. The flashbang is perfectly timed. Big kill for Breeze. It saves Ethan's life. And now Shox standing in the flames, trying to get an early jump with a flashbang, and he can't win that battle. There's Kenny for the trade. But the bomb still hasn't been planted yet. NRG is being so cautious about this boost coming in. Tarek was aware of the possibility. He sees it now, but the smoke clears. A 2-for-1, and it's just Cirque.
Yeah, just got to put that in quotation marks. He's going to get the first shot, turning around, and he almost pre-fired that into the smoke. He has been such a force of nature in this game. I only pick up the 1 kill now, but he's now flanking around, and
I think Kenny thinks he got away.
Yeah, I mean he has to. I don't want to be Kenny in this position because
I don't want to be Cirque in this position either. I don't know if he's going to be able to read the fact that Kenny's in banana when he gets this bomb planted.
No. A bit of a coin flip, Cirque turning his back, and Kenny's got it all lined up, and he's going to pick it up. So it's like when that much time passes between the two players seeing each other,
yeah,
it's very hard to know who's going to come out on top there.
It comes down to all luck of timing. You could see there, I mean, just not even considering banana as a danger point. Either way, pretty good 4th round for NRG overall. 4 kills. We're going to have the auto shotgun out again. It's not on Jax this time. It's on Omenek.
Okay.
And very little money behind this buy outside of Kenny.
Disease is spreading, isn't it, Moses? You know, more people have become infected.
It's contagious.
We do need to quarantine to make sure that doesn't continue. That was another exhilarating round, wasn't it? This game so far has, I think, surpassed most people's expectations. Because the next game coming up is what, FaZe Liquid?
Yes.
So obviously much of the focus is on that one. But this one, so far, is a very entertaining game.
Classic smoke clearing battle, and Lucky has the advantage of weaponry.
How do you play those battles? Do you just...
I try to avoid them at all costs, I'm not going to lie to you.
Omenek.
Shotgun's in a great position. If any kind of execute comes out, he could even just choose to push in towards those halls.
Yeah, that's true.
Get real dirty with it.
That's what you want when you have the shotgun. Like, you've got to be prepared for that kind of thing, right?
Well, Cirque lined up to protect against some kind of late mid-round peek or control for brackets, but G2 is playing this so passively, partially probably because they're just out of nades.
Oh, yeah. He didn't get the jump at all. Like, he could have maybe seen it a couple of times, but the timing was not with him. He goes down, Shox, smoke is up, and he's going to push right through, gets the 1 kill, and the beautiful follow-up at 20 seconds with the bomb outside of T-spawn. That's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of confusing to make that call happen when you don't even have the bomb with you. Someone forgot to pick it up, and there's one player hiding inside the pit.
Shotgun.
Omenek, it is the shotgun. It could be awkward. He is going to find the kill at range. If Breeze had gotten that, I think Cirque actually had the time to get the bomb planted as well. But either way, he's forced back, and it will be another round win for G2, this time surviving with 3 and that AWP.
Another weird kind of round. Shox obviously with a major impact there, holding the bomb site. That was a good move. Not able to return. So, second round for G2. Starting to look good on the money, starting to look bad on the money for NRG side. AWP and AK-47 though. There could be a way to turn this.
There could be. Gonna want an opening from Cirque. He's gonna have to be. That's a perfectly timed nade. Follow-up as well. He's got to fail out, and that might be the AK down as well. Yeah, it is. It's traded off. So both weapons now stuck in banana for NRG. Shox, as the only member at this bomb site, is going to back off. At least Tarek has some armor to work with as well.
Yeah, he does. But again, should be a limited chance here. Kenny very quick on the reaction, in fact. Good return for G2. I mean, hard to say if this will set any kind of a trend. I feel like we learned in the first map that we shouldn't be counting NRG out even when things are, you know, looking rough on the T side. Like, they seem to be very good at adjusting and keeping up hope all the way to winning the map, in fact.
This could be very cool. Breeze is AK and armor over at the B bomb site. Daps throws the smallest of fakes. It actually makes Shox Kenny S hesitate. But I think the time is running out on this. If Daps could have found a pick, that might have made this fake very impactful. Shox aware of every nook and cranny. I think he had to have spotted that.
I feel like that too, yeah, but they do have a smoke to block off Kenny. That was the big thing, wasn't it? Because otherwise they would definitely get shot down from CT spawn. Now they're pushing in. 11 seconds left. That's a gorgeous flashbang, isn't it?
Yeah, nice teamwork, nice communication between Shox and Kenny in an easy round. Even Dap's going to go down at the end, not even having the op out.
The flashbang was like if you could just have, you know, God call lightning down from the sky just as it happened, Moses, you know, right in their eyes.
Yeah, that'd be great. Get some Thor powers in you.
Get some, yeah, exactly. And Norse mythology in there.
Yeah.
It's become like a, you know, sort of like a common kind of thing now, you know.
What's that?
Everyone into it because of the Marvel thing, all the Norse stuff.
Is it?
Like when I grew up, it was like...
I haven't noticed.
It's only us that, like, you know, sort of in Denmark and
I always thought it was kind of cool. I never really looked into it, though.
When I was a kid, I used to read like a couple of different books about that.
Yeah. I mean, all that stuff, like Greek and Roman mythology, is pretty cool as well.
I actually do much prefer Greek mythology myself. If I had to make a choice, some good stories in there.
Yeah, I enjoyed all of them. I took a class on that in college.
You did?
My favorite class.
Did you read? I think I successfully managed to read both, like you know, the Iliad and everything. It was, you know.
Yeah, that's a wild experience, isn't it?
It definitely is. Someone should do that. You guys, you know, when you're done watching Counter-Strike, you know, go and
read the Iliad and the Odyssey.
There we go. That's today's homework. Kenny, that's dangerous. Wanted to take the shot. He did actually land it. Follow up though from Jax. I do like him with this orc. He is very good with this.
The way that we've just told an audience that's grown up on Twitter to go read the Iliad.
They might do it.
They might.
They'd be surprised. They'd be shocked, you know, at how much they could learn. I don't know. I think we're going to see a change, Moses. We're going to see a real change. We're going to see people who just, you know, they never go to university, but they're going to be educating themselves on the internet. I know that sounds dangerous.
Great, that sounds very dangerous.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. Sure. No AWP for Cirque in this round. Some nades thrown down mid from G2 as well, but they don't deal damage. Perhaps setting up for a future play. And we're going to have a Hall's position, a Hall's stack even, from Kenny S and Jax. The real one is this flashbang. Shox, you have to imagine, is holding a flashbang for the call from Lucky. One player blind, that's a team flash. Lucky getting ready for it. There's the flashbang, there's the peek. He's blind, but he's already halfway around the wall. Now they're going to swing out wide to take these fights, and Lucky's got two. Shox wasn't there to join up with them, but it's a good initial defense.
There really is like an extra power when you're defending one of those situations and you sort of decide to stand your ground. Like you're not trying to get away. You just know, I am fighting this, and I feel like more often than not, that is the most successful part. Now they are being flanked from Jax.
G2 love their flanks, don't they?
There's a little rat down here in the sewer, isn't there?
It's ready. 167 ADR in 7 rounds.
More power to him. 40 seconds. They have some Molotovs, so I'm guessing one of these G2 players probably going to have to move out of this position, probably by oranges. I'm guessing that's going to be a feature of this. If they Molotov both oranges and new box for some reason, if they get both in, that would be exciting, but I think it's only the one, yeah, so there is a little bit of space there. Oh, it does force out. Yeah, Kenny burning, but Shox will still pick up the double. That's why they needed a second Molotov on that position. Then it could have been fun, but it wasn't enough. And now Cirque, he's going to get the bomb down, but as he stands up, Amanek is going to be there, so the whole flank from Jax was no... I mean, I guess it made sure they knew that they were in the right position.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was great. He doesn't get any kills, but that might have been the winning factor of the round. He had their fallback cut off. He could have had information, and also it allowed G2 to stack 3 players at that bomb site. 5-3, 5 in a row for G2 on defense.
Yeah, round number 9 coming into it here. Not so bad on the utility here for NRG. I was worried that they would run out, but got that 5-round loss streak going on. Oh, Kenny, right in front. I did say I wanted the... I'm sorry, Kenny. I did ask for it, and now it's all backfired. Tarek with the return kill. Darren E... Oh, no. Oh, no. He got him with a headshot right through the smoke.
Why not?
You hate to see it happen. Well, that's a good way to get around if you're NRG.
Yeah, you're not going to be complaining at all, are you? You've even gotten op out of this. Tarek's holding onto it for the moment. Easy plant. Shocks can't go for anything. Might stick around and try and take some guns away, force 1 or 2 rebuys, but I don't think he's going to overcommit himself to any position that might kill him.
It's in library, Moses. It could see if the Iliad is there. You know, try and pick that up.
Yeah, see if the book's there. Shock strikes me as the kind of guy who's read the Iliad.
Maybe bringing us back to like the Art of War. Do you think you could apply that to Counter-Strike? Anyone's ever tried?
I'm sure someone has. I actually haven't read the Art of War.
I haven't either, but it's on my list somewhere. You know. I wanted to read it at some point, but that was at a point where like everyone was talking about it, and I didn't want to be. I wanted to be like.
You want to be a hipster?
Yeah, I wanted to be like the next level. Well, no, so like being a hipster thing would be reading it to begin with, to say that you could do it. But I wanted to do it like at a point where no one was doing it, so I wanted to be like the ultra hipster. Like I wanted to go even deeper on that.
Even deeper.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
It does.
Good. But then I forgot. 10 years went by, so.
Hipsters have gone a bit out of fashion, haven't they?
They've disappeared.
They had a good run in the early 2000s.
Perhaps some of the only evidence I've seen that God does exist, though. Round number 10, and it's 5-4. NRG sneaking in around. They were gifted a couple of things in that. Oh, are they ready for it, though? If he makes the jump, he might be. Oh,
oh my God.
No.
Jesus. That couldn't have gone worse.
Oh, broke his glasses, didn't it?
That's so funny.
Shattered the windshield right there. There's nothing left. Hard to explain as well when you go to the dentist to get your teeth fixed. Why? You know, it's a grenade that landed right
in the face by a grenade. Okay, well, Kenny's still here. He's got a teammate backing him up as well. That's Lucky, who's now going to start rotating back. Now, Kenny with the AWP can obviously do massive amounts of damage. He's about to be smoked off and flashbanged, so the AWP actually behind the smoke cannot do very much at all. You can maybe get lucky. There's the lurk, and Jax has that kill.
And they were actually rotating back.
Are they making this into a fake that's not going to be a fake?
Yes, I think so. They're pushing in. Aminet going to take down Tarek. They're just going to continue on. They've actually... I mean, I don't know if they could know this, but they have outplayed themselves in terms of, you're right, if they pushed, Kenny would be behind the smoke and they would have only the one defender there. That would have been beautiful. Now we're down to 20 seconds and they are pushing through, wrapping around here by Arch, smoking off library. That's a good idea, but again, 15 seconds. They need to make this flawless and it is anything but. The bomb is down. It actually lands on top of the box, so they would have to sort of maneuver a bit extra. That's hard to watch. I don't think they know yet how close they were.
Yeah, that was a free B bomb site. And yeah, they obviously can't know that, but I mean, running a fake in a 5-on-4 when you've got banana control.
Oh, it's so good. It doesn't look nearly as good from the other side.
The awkward part was just how disjointed it was. Like, why is Breeze peeking then before his teammates are coming up mid? Like, they're still at the base of banana when that kill comes out. So if your plan is to actually come back to the A bomb site, why are you not just being patient and waiting for it to be coordinated?
Yeah, well, do you wonder if it's something like where sort of Breeze is saying, hey, listen, guys, I'm actually so far close to A that we should switch this around and like.
I don't think you make that call when you're in boiler when you haven't even cleared mid. Like, if you're making that call, you better have cleared brackets out for your team.
Yeah. I'm not sure either. That could definitely cost them something, couldn't it? Especially if they go on to lose this next round and not going to have a lot of money to work with.
Here's Jax peering down in towards mid. There's a player Cirque creeping up along the wall. It's the AWP though, so Jax is going to be cautious and fall away. They've used a lot of their nades. I mean, both teams have really. A bit scarier for the defensive side of things as you don't have any counter nades to make these choke points more congested. Here we go, Breeze in the halls again towards Boiler. He's actually going to jump out and just start falling away to meet up with his team.
Oh, this... okay.
Going for a boost?
No, they're going to go back down. No, they boost the other way around. They change places. Shock saying, listen, you get a lot of kills up here. I want them.
They're mine. Well, here's the timing coming through. Oh, one player actually pushed towards CT spawn. He hasn't cleared anything out. Tarek's lucky to be alive. Now he realizes, but too late. Shox is getting all those kills. He's got a double so far. A 4-on-3. The bomb is being planted now, and thankfully a smoke pops up at the appropriate moment to keep things protected, and Circa's watching Banana, but there's a follow-up flank.
Oh, what an absolute bastard. He just did that for the kills, didn't he? Cirque now, he's checking for it, and the timing, is he going to move? Amanek is down there. He's still thinking about it, but not really doing anything at the moment. 3-on-3. They do have a kit on every single player here on the G2 team, but they still need to make an entry. Now Amanek, oh, this is such a slow peak. Cirque is going to be upset about that. He was watching it for a while. Now Ethan goes down to Kenny and Breeze in the background. It's all on him, and they just all peek him at the same time. Very well done. Gonna go for the defuse here, and it couldn't really last much longer. Last possible second. Yeah, Shox, this is the face of a guilty man, ladies and gentlemen. The guy who said, you be down on the low ground. You take that fight, I'll be up here.
Face of a frag whore.
There we go. Couldn't have said it better, Moses.
Oh, you have to admire the retakes from the G2 side of things, just because they're running these clocks so low in the post plan, right? Like, they're very coordinated and very patient, and that obviously means you have a lot of confidence in how your team is approaching these on a theoretical level, which is something that we don't normally see, or we haven't seen in the past, or the last few times we've watched G2 before this event.
Yeah, a bit of a tactical timeout. I don't think anybody on NRG are on the chewing gum thing, Moses. And they don't have any mustaches either.
No mustaches, no gum chewing.
You think that's significant?
Recipe for failure if I've ever seen one.
It's like they don't want to win.
Yeah, they're electively choosing not to.
7-4. All right, a bit of a grenade, but Ethan dodged most of it. I feel like that should be standard for Inferno, not to run into those mid grenades, but every once in a while we see games where players do it, you know, round after round.
G2's done it a number of times, so I mean, I'm assuming NRG's gonna, they've been reminded pretty much every single round about those mid grenades, so no one's kind of fallen prey to it. I'm excited to see when the mid push comes in.
Oh, you mean from the CT side?
From the CT side, yeah.
Yeah, it would be great to do it right about now when NRG, especially after like a tactical timeout, when they're sort of like regrouping everything and trying to get control back in the game. Molotov to buy a bit of time. Amanek down behind the smoke. He maybe had a chance, but I could see he also wants to stay alive and buy some time for the rest to get in. He gets a kill, but then Tarek up from the balcony. Excellent return from him. 4-on-3.
There's only so long you can stay alive in that situation. Basically 1-on-5 at the bomb site. Amanek can only get one. Now Lucky. This flank puts him in close position to start the retake early. Daps has got the angle, though. Daps is swinging a little bit wider. Shox with one kill. That was in towards Hold. Now Lucky builds upon that as well. The retakes have been so good for G2. Another one here is dangerous, and they have so much time left in the bomb. Even one player readjusting back towards CT spawn, making this a two-prong retake. And NRG trying to stay alive inside the site. Blinded again. The flashbangs. G2 is precise, and they've got another defuse.
That was Kenny with that flashbang. And yeah, really well done. That one grenade making a huge difference. Jack's looking upset at something. I wonder what that was. Moses.
Maybe a bit confused about something.
Could have been.
What does he have to be upset about? They're up 8-4.
Well, they are doing a good job. Maybe that's, I don't know. We'll have to go back and watch it again. 8-4. Kenny going for a quick peek. He's up in the window. This is what we want. Oh!
Yes!
He does it. I love it. We were asking for it. We were hoping for it. And he gives us just that. I love Kenny. This is exactly what we needed.
Yeah, this is getting really, really cool now. 8-4. An opening kill for Kenny. Yes, getting aggressive. Even a flashbang. I believe that was from Jax. To give him the safety, the 1 second of safety to take that peek, take that pick.
They were really close as well. Like, you know, normally you sort of look for people a little bit further down, second mid.
Yeah, that's the kind of, I mean, just as we talked about the mid push from the CT side, that kind of a peek as well can just equally be as much of like a deflating knockout punch to a degree. Oh, Shox almost giving up the equalizer, gap in that smoke that he did not expect when he walked out.
Well, here comes the execute. I think they're ready for it. It's going to be smokes and molotovs and everything else, but in spite of the health deficit, Shock's still going to be able to pick up that kill and follow it up, and eventually he's gone, but I'm not sure it's enough here. Ethan has managed to creep his way through, and it could very well be an easy enough kill here on Lucky. Yeah, crouching on in. That makes a big difference. 40 seconds, 2 versus 3. NRG definitely more rounds, and oh, they get a couple of kills. before even putting the bomb down. Now it's on Jax. And then Molotov him out. Actually, that's a great Molotov. That even reveals his position.
Yeah, that went so deep. Counter Molotov as well to perhaps... he decides against it. Now comes back. That's for, I believe, Dark behind Ethan, and it's not actually touching him. Nade comes in back left. And Jax doesn't get anything out of that utility. This is going to be tough. There's going to be a peek on contact. He reads it. He pre-fires. Jax, one more up top. Ethan's got to hold the line. And Jax is being patient, trying to make Ethan think he's readjusted his position, but Ethan is not fooled. A 5th round for NRG.
I mean, Ethan, he actually crouched further to the right, Ethan, up on the boxes, but he never went off. The fact that Jax read that, though, that's beautiful.
Yes.
And the Molotov back to Dark as well, just knowing that to begin with is great. Oh, what a shot from Kenny. This is outrageous, isn't it? They lose that round. NRG, they make it 5-8. And now, Nova shotgun on Kenny. Right? Now it's getting spicy, real spicy.
Getting all the shotguns here. Snaps looking for some information. Oh, Kenny's going for this. For sure, he's back in. He gets the tag. It's only half HP.
Yeah, we wanted that, didn't we? That was that last round. That was an impressive turnaround for NRG. Instead of putting the bomb down, you know, right away, like hurrying to do that.
They have a cool way to take the B bomb site, and it's nothing fancy or nothing too fancy. But the first player for NRG twice now. I saw Tarek do it and Ethan in the previous round. Is always coming. When they come in, they actually turn to the right and go towards CT spawn through their own smoke to help clear things out.
No luck there with the Deagle. And it's going to get cleaned up. No problem here. Ethan getting a couple of kills, and Amanek, he could probably maybe sort of run through and steal a kill somewhere, but don't think it's going to... Oh, wow. More headshots. It's going to look up... Oh, no! How could that happen? Absolutely impossible. He didn't even reload, and he picked up that final kill. And now it's 30 seconds, and Tarek, he has the health, but Amanek is here with the C-set. Oh, he's going to clutch it. 1 versus 4 with the C-set. 75 out of this world.
I don't know how he got... I didn't think he had enough bullets, even if he hit the head to get that last kill. That's so disgusting. How have they let this slip away? Both teams, some sloppy plays. Deciding this, he had just 2 bullets and he got it. That's got to be one of the most impressive clutches we've seen this year.
It truly has to be, right? I mean, I don't know. You could replay this round a lot of times, like 1,000 times in a row, and every single time he'd get 1 kill and then they'd be on him, right? What did we just see? That actually is... That sort of blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, it's tough to recover from.
Almost like an out-of-body experience watching that.
Oh, what a freak. All right, well, Jax is in mid. A fast-paced hit. They pull the trigger. Amanek underneath the porch is going to get the first. And he's got no danger from mid because that choke point is smoked off. Tarek does eliminate him, but there's one more in the site. Shox has been waiting. Jax still pushed up in mid as well. Ethan has no stance to get involved until he takes that fight, and he wins it. Shox now the sole defender. 2 players coming over from the B bomb site, and they've lost A. Somehow, again, NRG didn't seem like they had a stance in this fight at all, and they've made it work. Now, getting the bomb planted in default, you have a smoke up in the choke point, looking pretty nice. Cirque would love to get off this MAC-10.
So many of these rounds, I feel, are, you know, made by Ethan. Just the one to open some of these up. He's really done an amazing job, and that's there with the Galil as well. Now, Molotov actually could be dangerous. If they throw it close, now Ethan's moved out of position, so that might not be quite the same. Ticking away. G2, they've been having some of these diffuses with very few seconds left. In fact, no seconds left almost. Cirque, oh, he's just thinking about it, but it's not going to spread. He's going to be fine for now, and now it's very far tick, trying to push in. The flashbang is great, but again, they're almost running out of time, and Cirque, I think that was the kill they needed. Now there is no time left. Lucky, yeah, he's going to get the kill, but it will be another round. 9-6. I think NRG have been quite happy about that.
Yeah, they've got to be. Very grindy round, but a good recovery in this half from G2. We've got Frankie ready with halftime insight.
Well, as you see, G2 just narrowly missed out the defuse in that one and the cry of damage, which means that shame in French just went up behind me, but they don't sound too disappointed, to be honest, because how can you be disappointed when Kenny S is on fire? This is what this team needed. Let's see if he can take it to a third map after the break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The madness is going to continue here. Second half, second map at CORSAIR DreamHack Masters in Dallas, Texas. Right now, I mean, this again could have been a very different story. NRG, I think they're going to be quite excited. They fought their way back to 6 rounds. G2 had a pretty good defense, and the action has been just way off the charts. It's been amazing. What a great game we have.
Yeah, it's been pretty high octane. G2 now in this half fighting for their tournament life. If they lose Inferno, if they drop this half, they're eliminated from the tournament. But yeah, they're going to keep going forward.
Just rushing it down. There's Breeze. Oh, they've got a little bit of backup in the corner. Breeze with 3 headshots. That's a great way to kill a round.
When you're luring an opposing team into your trap like that, like, you just get so happy.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling.
You know, you have some of those like bait memes. Like he's got himself like on, you know, like a little bit of a fishing rod. You
Okay.
like, you know, sort of like wheeling him in, like, you know, slowly. Happy about that.
Well, Kenny's feeling awfully lonely. Walking up mid, he's been spot. That's a great headshot. He's going to spin, he's going to try. Oh my God, he's got so many targets. How do you manage that? 9-7 as NRG pick up the second pistol. It's not both pistols won by NRG.
Yeah, I mean, barely the first one, right? That was scary, but...
Which is not ideal in a potentially final map for G2.
Very good point indeed. I think, you know, since we're in the multiverse and all that, Moses, there's a version where Kenny just gets both those shots, like as he turns around, like he's like gets one, spins to
get the other.
Yeah, to quad and just gets that one too.
This is a bold force buy from G2. 2 MAC-10s, a Deagle, 2 CZs, and plenty of utility. Towards the A bomb site we'll go. We'll see what they can make of it. Obviously, with the utility, you'd expect they have something planned, something in store.
Breeze ducking down. Such a powerful position, this Graveyard one, but he actually still gets down somehow. Now they're running onto the bomb site. Kenny gets a kill. That's massive. Now Daps, the angle is way too wide. You could see he couldn't really find it. Ethan jumping in. Oh, he actually picks up that second kill, stopping the bomb from going down. It still leaves Carrigan. He wants to come through. He's going to get shot down. An absolutely unmitigated catastrophe here for NRG.
Yeah, that Graveyard position really failed him. That was an early peek, and taking fights at range before his teammates inside the bomb site could actually join in as well. Wasn't the desired location for that fight. And that's a big win for G2. 10-7 now. Now it's nothing fancy. A couple blowing up out of the halls, as you expect would happen with some MAC-10s, and just bum rushing up lane. That AUG needed to get more production.
No, you're absolutely right. It really wasn't anything, you know...
He was fighting when they were like under porch. And it's if you just wait until they're at like the hay cart, that's when your teammates can also help you with the fight.
Yeah, and at the hay cart...
That's when it becomes a crossfire.
Yeah, and they have to sort of focus on the bomb site when they're at that hay cart, right? Like, they're going to be looking that other way. So, well, I don't know. A lot of things went wrong in a row, you know?
Yeah.
Like dominoes, Moses. One, you know, fall into the other. Just kept getting worse.
Yes, I know what dominoes
Do you ever play with dominoes?
A little bit, yeah. Do you ever actually play the game of dominoes, like the way it's supposed to be played?
It's a game?
You're making a joke, right?
No, I mean, no.
I hate you.
All right.
3 players stacked at the B-bomb site for NRG. One looks boosted up. No, he's on the ground. Smoke going to come out. That's a very well-timed smoke. They're going to get aggressive behind this. They want to take this fight. They're going to turn for a flashbang. Oh, but they're all lined up for the CZ. It's got 2 kills and a bunch of damage, and there's no way forward for G2. The bomb is dropped as well. Hey, you want to talk about an unmitigated disaster? Here we go again. The dominoes have been set up, and they're being knocked down. Daps even with this flank. That might be the last one to push over. They're going to have no idea what to do in this scenario. He's even got one more built on top, and G2 can do nothing.
But the bomb is back there. Oh, no. I mean, that's got to be revenge for Amanak getting that CC round, right?
Yeah, apparently.
They get shut down. They lined up close to the wall. 3 of them almost took all of them. That was very well done. So that brings them right back in the game. We're back again. Yeah, that's...
That smoke that NRG put up right before G2 hit is so nasty. That is the perfect timing for it. I mean, there were still, what, like 40-some seconds left, I think, when that smoke went down, maybe like upper 30s. They had time to wait it out if they wanted to, but I guess maybe they'd already just fully committed. Another investment, going to try and do it right back, and it's a rush towards Banana. Flash up in the sky. One player's blind. Tarek has so much to do.
Yeah, I'm surprised that flashbang didn't work better. He actually did it immediately, Ethan. I thought that was going to be even more impressive.
Okay, now that you've rotated here, if you're NRG, you have a choice, and they're going to choose the one to fall back and rotate Cirque back towards A and get here quickly. The other one would be to pop flash over and take control of Banana yourselves as the CT side because you have the 3 players here, and then you can start pushing down, making the map smaller and getting a flank in. But they're going to split 2 and 2. Tarek's got no utility.
Well, Breeze has got some, so actually he could buy a little bit of time, but that all assumes that he isn't flashed immediately. He does get a little bit flashed off the corner, but that smoke up there, that's going to be in... Wow.
Did they, like, try and blow up out that and get stuck?
It must have been either that or Cirque put up the smoke. I'm actually not sure, but...
All right, well, this is getting tricky. Breeze has been spotted inside of the pit. Molotov into the choke point. This is going to perfectly slow him down. It's going to buy those 7 seconds for the rotation to come over. That's Tarek. With no utility is going to be in library.
Yeah, but Cirque could set up for a great flashbang. There's going to be one popping off the door. Cirque actually, he's flashed in turn instead. They're trying to run him down. Tarek goes down, but there's still a player in pit, and that's going to be a huge problem here. With 20 seconds left, they're going to get the kill there on Breeze, and now the bomb being picked up. Daps coming in from the other bomb side. He's been really good, but unfortunately, as the MP9, Molotov, I don't know.
I think it's the same reason that Tarek didn't have an impact in that fight is he had an SMG when he rotated the library and he just couldn't get close enough to have any kind of a say in the fight. Well struck from G2 onto this A bomb site. Daps is going to go for it. His position is given up. Amanek is burning. Oh, he needed that. He absolutely had to have that one, and now this just gets near impossible with both AKs alive, and Shock's just toying with him, even though he gets the kill. He doesn't have a kit, so we'll have to find this and find a kit on the ground, and there's just no time left. He's going to back away. Amanek is going to try and chase it down, but I think he's actually going to get away as well.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, good effort from Daps. I'm kind of impressed. Like I think you're right. If he had got like that first kill from the Molotov, that would have been the opportunity.
Yep.
And when he didn't, it kind of went away. So now it swings back for G2. This game really is all over the place, isn't it?
They're just trading rounds back and forth. And the question now for NRG is how long do you want to play this economic tug of war? Like, when do you actually want to just save and then just feel comfortable in your buy? And I think they're just going to choose to bow out themselves.
4 MAC-10s, Moses. You think some of them are going to be jumping?
Yeah, I reckon we'll see some airborne MAC-10s in this round. And if I don't, I think we should just replay it.
Yeah, ask them to restart it. Well, let's find out. Let's see if we can get really lucky here. Jax gets run down. Amanek camped at the bottom of the stairs. We don't use that term as an insult anymore.
Camped?
Yeah. Camper. That used to be like, oh, he called me camper. Now I'm mad. Now I'm mad.
There's not a whole lot of campers anymore in Pro CS. You have to be aggressive, right?
No, but also, you know, now we just call him defending a position. But
we found ways to pretty it up over the years.
Yeah. They make the right call to go to the B-bomb site, exit the apartment, and the
madness stops. The back and forth.
It actually does. There's like a little bit of a moment of, you know, breathing, just relaxing here.
12-8 will be the score for G2. They lost Train in overtime. Looking to take Inferno and force us onto a third map, and I believe that would be Overpass.
That's good news. I would like to see that. I'd like to, because both these teams have been so willing to be aggressive on CT side. Imagine Overpass, where
yeah, that could be fun.
You really go everywhere. Half the team exiting one way, half the team exiting the other way, and it's working. It is really working well. A lot of money, a lot of rounds. G2 starting to really pick up this game. Ahead by 4. And I think finally, is it the first time, or is it very nearly the first time where NRG would have...
an AWP.
Well, an AWP, I was going to say they have all the grenades, but they don't even really have that. They don't have that luxury, I feel like, that G2 got into, where they really like could grenade all the choke points. They could really get control of a lot of things.
Well, not yet, right? They need to go on some kind of a streak because this start has been back and forth, which is so punishing for the CT side. So we'll see. It all starts here. If they can keep like 3-4 players alive, we're going to start seeing them be flush with nades to be able to do something like that. This whole stack is everything. A slow peek into the AWP. The AUG is there for backup, and even Breeze gets away. Mid pressure coming in. Daps dodges a flashbang, but he can't win the fight. The MAC-10's rule, and it's the AWP again. Cirque's got to do it all.
Oh my lord, he gets that one kill. That flick, if we saw it in slow motion, I wonder how close that was. He is such a god with that weapon. I really feel like he's one of those players, like when you put him in that like really high pressure situation, like you know he's gonna get run down. It's like he becomes, you know, exponentially more and more dangerous.
He's good at those scrappy, chaotic battles, isn't he?
Well, it isn't really done yet. They need to fight more here. NRG, they obviously don't want to play that third map. Kenny has got a different opinion. Double kill for him by the hay cart, and he's almost gonna finish it off. Tarek low on health, and Shox will be able to finish him. That will be another round here. It's starting to look much better. 13-8. And the money is obviously, that's the disturbing part here for NRG. They may need to default on some loans, Moses. They may need to, you know, to pull some tricks here. Print some new money, maybe.
Ooh, that's such a good shot. Yeah, I mean, I think the real scary thing for NRG...
Is that it? Was that it?
That really sucks. It's not that setup that they had in the previous round was perfect. Got them what they wanted. You had the AWP pick and hauls. You had the AUG able to get away. The stack was able to retreat with safety. And then you just lost everything from there. Blind shot from Lucky. But, I mean, you lose a one-on-one duel of someone coming up mid through a smoke. You know, the AUG can't get into a position to help defend that A bomb site after the initial action. And it just feels like after the like there's a plan for the initial contact, but no actual theory behind how you retreat and where you go when you fall back.
Yeah, that could be an explanation for wrong. Shock's probably not happy. He was looking at that fountain for quite a bit. But good position for Ethan. Tarek had a Zeus, but he got shot by Lucky, as you said, blind shot, so we never got to see it in action. But Jax did pick it up, so...
Jax probably doesn't even notice he has it.
Oh, probably not.
14-8, one last chance for NRG to mount a defense and a comeback. They came back from 10-15 on train to force overtime. 8-14 here, so a little bit harder. But G2 not yet guaranteed overtime, so that's got to make you feel happy. NRG still with a very slight, small chance to win this.
Oh, that is, again, so aggressive. And it does just warm my heart when I see Kenny play the game with confidence. You know?
Yeah. Especially with a T-side AWP, like that pick that he just got is basically all you need from your AWPer.
You have to make some very uncomfortable choices, don't you, on the CT side when that happens. If he makes that jump again, that's not going to be good, is it? Now, Cirque could very well get a kill here. Does miss that one chance. Shot, oh, there's the shot on Shox. One more would do it. Cirque almost goes down. A lot of damage on him, down to 13.
No, but if you see that a Cirque is rotated to the B bomb site, G2 might make like an educated guess that there's only 2 defenders here, and I think that's why they're going to pick up the pace. I think they're just going to hit it with this. Molotov to force everyone back initially if there were aggressive angles. That is a nice coordinated take. Dap's going to try and get aggressive. When that smoke fades, plenty of flashbangs coming out. Kenny's blind as well. They're wrapping on the bomb site. Kenny, oh, he can get one. That's a free one. That's the freest one you'll ever see. Daps loses his mind and turns his head in a very important position. And Breeze, surely not long for this world.
Yeah, it is all on him. If they want to try and win this round, he has to go absolutely nuclear on them. I don't know if they know that he's down here. They're still flashing a little bit. He's going to get that one kill on Amanek. Can he get more? He does pick off Lucky. He's actually warming up to do this. It might just be the complete meltdown. The bomb is ticking inside, and backup is coming, but they need to get past this first obstacle, and that, whatever he was doing now, it won't work. He needed his teammates, and they've let him down. He actually does everything they needed. Somebody has to buy him a lot of drinks, Moses.
And Shox only had 12 health. If he was able to snap over, I mean, that's a big ask after everything he'd done previously, but one bullet connects, and he wins that round.
He did everything we wanted.
I think with a kid, he had enough time. So that was actually super close.
I mean, I don't even know. That seems unfair. Now, yeah, you were asking for it, Moses, and you're going to get it as well. They do push down on the other side too, so one fight for NRG at least early on. Always have to know, well, they do fall back successfully. Sometimes people get stuck after that push where like you win it, but also you're way out of position.
Didn't have to commit too far down for the kills, right? One was Kenny S with the nades. The other was in Banana at that B bomb site, so you were never actually overextended in that kind of an aggressive push. 3 on 4 for G2, but still advantages. I mean, they have the AKs against mostly SMGs.
Yeah,
which means it's tough. I mean, Ethan himself is almost dissuaded from even peeking for information.
It's one of these rounds that they sort of won on Train. I mean, they actually had worse weapons, I think, on Train, but then they rolled it back into overtime. If it happens again, I don't know if G2 can deal with that. Oh.
That's a big opening, though. Ethan's forced off the angle, can't fight. That means the player in the site has to turn around with a FAMAS and control the spray, and he's done just that. Well done from Cirque. 2 players remaining, and all the rotations coming in for NRG.
And now down from the pit as well. They cleaned it up nicely. Yeah, I think that was that FAMAS hold there. If they don't get that, the library player comes out with an MP9 at range.
It's not a fun fight.
Pit player has an MP9.
It's not a fun fight either.
No, it's not good. 15-9. Game continues. They can still buy on that T side, so NRG are going to have to double down on this defense. What happens if they win in overtime again?
I don't know. That'd be astounding. I mean, they even have to win 7 in a row to get there.
Yeah.
They've already put 1 on the board, so 6 more.
I feel like that would be a special kind of soul crushing, wouldn't it, if you're G2?
Yeah, I don't know how you come back from that one. Here we go. Banana control, the way of G2. No one challenging, no one defending. NRG happy to sit back at this B bomb site and save their nades, save their utility.
Yeah, they definitely need to do that as well. On Inferno, if you could save, especially smokes and molotovs, like past 30 seconds, like under 30 seconds, then you've got some magic in your hands that could definitely do a lot. Grenade, it's going to be really good on Kenny now. Pushing through though, Lucky going to open it up, and Tarek, he is in a lot of trouble. Molotovs to one side, smoke to the other. He picks up the kill, and now every second counts. He has to buy a little bit of time. The rest are not rotating out of the A bomb side. Why are they still there?
Yeah, they took very long to do that. Tarek, just to get a double kill in that scenario, essentially a 1 on 5 coming into that site. Fair play. He's done everything he could. Almanac has position on top of Coffins. Waiting for NRG to turn the corner. Not a whole lot of utility. Shox does have a Molotov, and he's positioned over towards Banana. He can save that for the bomb. There is 1 smoke on Breeze.
Almanac, we see the shadow. He still loses the fight against Dirk. There's Daps picking up a kill. A couple of missed opportunities here for G2, and that could really cost them a lot. Now pushing in his Shox, and he's going to get overwhelmed. Are they going to have the time? They need to find that bomb right away. Yeah, I was getting worried for a minute, but they will have enough to pick it up.
If Shox had kept that Molotov for the bomb and just thrown it over the roof,
yeah,
obviously an easy if from our position.
Yeah, sure enough.
But I thought that would at least be the plan, especially with that plant spot.
Tarek does an amazing job. I'm beyond confused by the fact that they weren't rotating out of the A-bomb side. Or at least moving closer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They had the 1 player coming over, maybe the communication of how many, maybe the gunfights kind of delayed. Tarek was probably really, really focused in that situation as well, not calling numbers. Either way, the smoke, the Molotov combo, the second kill, it bought so much extra time for the rotation to come in.
But even at that, the 3-on-3 afterwards, G2
was not in good positions for that.
They weren't in great positions, but I don't know. It was all weird, wasn't it? I don't know. Good retake, though, for NRG.
Kenny being vocal during the timeout.
Good. I want that. I want, animated, aggressive, passionate Kenny.
Hulk smash levels of Kenny S.
Absolutely want that. Oh, a little bit of a... Yeah.
Gonna get a tech pause. This round is gonna get canceled. You can see everyone backing away on both sides. That was called before any damage and any contact was made, so fair play.
Somebody's monitor turned off, Moses.
Yeah?
Yeah. You have to be very good at Counter-Strike to
play without a monitor?
Through. Yeah, and with a round after that. It really...
There's a lot of issues you can play through, isn't there? That doesn't seem to be one of them.
No, I think if we could make that a competition, like you start at, I don't know, T spawn, you have to navigate to A with no monitor.
I always think, yeah, it'd be interesting. I think it'd be fun to have a game where pros play it without crosshairs.
So I've tried to do that just on my own, it's easier than you think.
Yeah, I know. I can entirely believe it. I mean, at a certain point when you're sticking thousands of hours into this game, right?
Here's a scary thing you might try and do at some point. Try and go on one of those aim maps where you're just shooting bots or something, like one of the ones that has a bit of range, and try and no scope people with the AWP, and like at some point you will be disgusted at how far away you can hit people with that weapon. I'm not saying you should be no scoping people at long range. But I'm just saying that...
You mean like don't even hit the scope button? Like not even a little bit?
No, never hit...
Not even the quick scope?
No, not even that.
Full-blown no scopes?
Just full-blown no scopes. But it will shock you that it is as effective as it, as it is. Shouldn't do it, I'm saying, but,
Yeah.
Still.
Wouldn't recommend it.
I would not recommend it. Lots of other recommendations if you're interested, Moses.
Yeah, what's one more? Quick, you got a second.
No, it's too late. It needs explanation. I will get to you later, don't worry. Part of the Anders Online University at some point. Oh, well, here we go. 15 to 10. Oh, dabs.
Oh, dear, what is this? Okay, I like that now. Now that there's a second player, that's actually kind of cool. That's a new spin on the mid push. That's probably the last thing that G2 expected. That's so sick.
Outright alphaed them, didn't he?
What happens? What happens if there's someone coming up, alt mid?
I don't think they can. They went with it.
Okay.
Like they owned that. All he needed to do was like, I don't know, like pee on that area. They know in the future as well that he had
on it. This is where we were going.
He had the territory, Moses. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, like a lion.
Exactly.
Well, lucky burns to 48. 15-11. 4 more chances for G2 to close out this map 2 and bring us to a third in the series. If you're just joining us, map 1 was an overtime train victory, and this is an elimination series. One of these teams is going home.
The way that they're both playing right now, that actually makes me a little bit sad, because this is really entertaining Counter-Strike. It's fun to see, and NRG are going to be picking up the early kill here on Lucky. G2. A lot of choices to make, but they have such a runway yet again. What was it, 15-8?
It's 15-8.
So again, if they win in overtime here, that's not good. Matt was suggesting earlier that he bring his dog as a therapy dog. I think we might need that for G2 if
I'd be fine if we could start negotiating therapy dogs into our...
Absolutely fine with that.
That'd be great. Breeze. Follow up. Yes, he can. Big kills for Amadek. Ooh, and Kenny S chiming in from up above, and there goes Tarek. It's all over.
There goes the map.
And that felt like the least dangerous hit we've seen from G2 in some time.
Yeah, but he was crawling up on that balcony, just, up on that little window like an absolute pervert, didn't he? Just, he gets shut down. Shox is going to pick it up. It is going to be the game in favor of the round, at least the map, I was going to say, in favor of G2. And that's going to put us on to map number 3. That's going to be an overpass. This has been a crazy game.
Yeah, these two teams are a lot of fun to watch play against each other. It's been pretty high octane, been pretty aggressive as well. So, I mean, fair play. Nice game from both squads here on Inferno. Good bounce back from G2.
Yeah.
Couple heartbreakers for NRG that maybe could have turned that around, but either way, map 3 it is.
Yeah, I really look forward to it. I think it's going to be exciting. Overpass. There should be so much action. We're going to go to commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to have map number 3. So stay with us.